Hi, this is Kevin from Trees and Trends, and this is our Polar Friends color scheme. This Christmas theme is filled with fun, as well as just good, crisp coloring. The red and white, always a holiday favorite, really gives everything a fresh, clean look that can work for contemporary or for traditional. There's elegance here, but lots of fun for the kids also. We'll start off with our table setting here. Of course, you see that we've got red and white, and to really set this off and do a little something different, I've layered two different placemats. So you have the white placemat underneath with the red just slightly offset, so it creates an asymmetrical framing. Then adding in with my Polar Friends scheme, I've used these owl plates, which can be the Arctic owl since they're all in white. And then, of course, adding in the white-handled silverware and such. The holiday pillows brighten up your chairs easily. You could also do a wrap around the top of the chair itself. The centerpiece, to create my iceberg, all I've done is just saved some white foam furniture packing material, glued that together, take a serrated knife, carve off a little bit, use spray adhesive and dip into your favorite artificial snow, and you've got an instant iceberg to use for different layers, just to create interest in here. Of course, we've added our polar bears, some frosted tea light holders, and then of course these wonderful electric lights. Which are LED as well, give you that feeling of ice and snowballs. Then moving on, we have, of course, our arrangements. You see our Arctic fox here. He's also on top of the tree as well. These can be dropped into anything. Here I've used the acrylic lit up ice containers, which are really, really dramatic. On the mantle, starting off at the top with the mirror. Mirrors are great to use in the room, of course, but if you want to just add a little more holiday spirit, all I've done is laid a snowflake ornament and a reindeer ornament onto the glass itself and just lightly misted it with glass frost spray. You could also do it with artificial snow, but it all just removes easily with a single razor blade, and then of course put my Merry Christmas sign over it. So instantly that whole thing becomes a Christmas decoration that's a little out of the ordinary and creates a great focal point for the beginning of your holidays. The mantle itself, I have used one of the 60-inch mantle candle holders. You can see that online on our website for sale there. It has the pine cones and berries on it. And then to make it a little more impressive, I've taken 5-inch glass cylinders and set on top of each of these. Now I've just used a dot of hot glue from a glue gun on top of the candle holder itself to keep the glass from sliding. Again, use the glass frost spray to create an ombre effect, so you've got frost down to clear, and then a little bit of spray adhesive around the top. Dip it into your snow and you're good to go. Adding in some ribbon and some branches, and it really, really makes an impressive piece. The candles, of course, are our battery-operated candles, which have the 2, 4, 6, and 8-hour timer with remote. So you can see those in collections also online and in our stores. Carrying on down to frame off the sides, I've done the smaller teardrops just with a candy spray, a couple of ornaments here, and of course this wonderful ribbon. This ribbon where you see throughout our theme, and will also be available online. This is an actual letter to Santa from a little girl that one of the owners of this company wrote out last year. He took it to the vendor, had them recreate her writing and everything just as she did it. And it's really, really fun and sweet and makes a very definite statement. And so as we've continued this, we have a little polar bear and our church theme going. Again, another candle. And then moving on to our tree. The tree itself is our long needle flocked tree. It's one of our most popular trees. Creates a beautiful statement all on its own. And then I have added the snowball branches, and of course, as I mentioned, the Arctic fox is in the top of the tree. And then to give my polar bears a place to stand, again, I've used just blocks of white foam that I pulled from packing materials. You can also use floral foam, anything that's a white foam. Just spritz with some spray adhesive, sprinkle or dip into the artificial snow, and you've got icebergs that you can tuck into the trees here and there to create that statement. Add in some of the cabins, the glass ornaments, the frosted pine cones, the branches themselves, just to add a bit of airiness, and you've got a really dramatic tree. And of course, the large ornaments tucked inside the tree, just to add sparkle, really give you those multiple layers that are desirable. Now our buffet area, here we have the wreath, again with the Arctic fox in it. This is one of our pre-lit wreaths that you can see online in the flocked, which has the waterproof case on it, uses 2C batteries for the LED, and is on a timer as well. Of course, I've added my ornaments here and the other ribbons. Then we have our blocks, our snow blocks with the embossed design on top. Add in your snowmen, your signs, and of course, even if you've got other architectural pieces, think about hanging smaller signs on them, again to give layers, but to give even more importance to a smaller piece without having to change out your whole wall. And then over here we have our bare branch birch trees. These are actually available in 3 sizes, all the way up to 8 feet tall. They are LED and will function indoors or out. And then this is our silver snow unlit tree. Beautiful, beautiful smaller tree that works great in foyers or anywhere you're trying to put together a scene. So here you have our Polar Friends theme. Again, crisp reds and whites, lots of fun, and gives plenty of enjoyment to adults and children alike. And you can get it all at Trees and Trends.